Former President Park Geun-hye joined hands with Jang Dong-hyuk, leader of the People Power Party. After visiting Jang, who had been on a hunger strike for 8 days, former President Park asked him to end the fast for the sake of the future, and Jang agreed to stop for a bigger fight and headed to the hospital. The ruling party offered a plan for unification. Representative Jong Chong-rai of the Democratic Party of Korea offered a gesture of unity to Jo Kook, the leader of the Reform Party, who affirmed they would follow the will of the people in their decision. Ahead of local elections, parties are joining hands. Reporter Kim Min-soo reports on the People Power Party.
Wearing a black coat and a red scarf symbolizing the party, former President Park visited Jang Dong-hyuk, who was on a hunger strike. Meeting Jang face-to-face, former President Park praised his 8-day hunger strike and asked him to end it.
Opinions may differ to some extent, but when it comes to fighting for what you believed were right as a politician, you were willing to risk his life in that struggle. And on this point, the public will recognize and acknowledge the sincerity of the party leader. There may be many more challenges and hardships ahead. That is why, for the sake of the future, I hope you will end the hunger strike today and focus on recovering your health.
Jang bowed in greeting to former President Park, who visited the National Assembly building for the first time in 10 years and was seen wiping away tears in his tent. Although he had refused emergency transport by paramedics just a day earlier, Jang ultimately announced the end of his hunger strike.
With deep reflection and for the sake of a larger cause that unites us all, I have decided to end my hunger strike today. However, the sorrowful cries of citizens battling against the rampant corruption of Lee Jae-myung's administration and the oppressive tyranny imposed by the Democratic Party of Korea will grow louder with each passing day. From today, the sighs and cries of the people, fueled by their frustration over rampant corruption, will ignite and spread like a fierce wildfire, unrelenting in its pursuit of justice.
After meeting former President Park, Jang Dong-hyuk, who had continued his hunger strike for 8 days, was transported to the hospital. With former President Park personally visiting the protest site, analysts say Jang achieved both base consolidation and internal unity through the hunger strike. However, critics argue there are no significant outcomes as the dual investigations into the Unification Church and bribery allegations were not executed. The People Power Party plans to establish joint protest measures with the Reform Party to demand the acceptance of the dual investigations. This is Kim Min-soo, MBN News.